My name is Derek and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the HDMI on a PS5 Slim. In many ways it's similar to replacing an HDMI on a standard PS5. I find it to be just a little easier. Today I'm going to walk you through step by steps how I do it. Let's get into the video. We've got a PS5 Slim to take a look at today. It's got an issue with the HDMI. As you can see, it just doesn't have an HDMI. Let's take it apart to see what happened. We'll pop off the panels, just like that. Now we can just lift straight up on the disk drive. Peel off the security sticker. Now we'll take out all of the screws. Take out the 4 screws for the fan. Pop up the sticker there. Disconnect the fan. And then the fan comes out. And we can remove the frame. We'll disconnect the 2 coax cables here. And then the shorter marathon of removing all of the screws. Alright, we'll take that off. We'll carefully pull up the heatsink. We got a screw here on the board. We need to make sure we put it back before the shield as well as right here. How nice of them to keep the same screwdriver bit for these 2 screws. Now the board will come out. It's always going to take a little bit more effort down here in that corner. And there we go. And there is the rest of the HDMI. Let's go remove what's left and replace it with a new premium PS5 HDMI port. So for this, I'm going to take the temperature up, maxing it out, and we're going to take our airflow all the way up. Add some flux while it's still hot. I'm going to cut a couple pieces of wick, about a ½ inch long or so, fold them over. Now I can see already I'm missing a cap there. Looks like it probably got knocked off when the HDMI got slammed in there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come in from below with the heat gun and from above with the soldering tip, and we're going to pull all the solder up through those holes. If you're finding this useful, take a second and like the video below.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. But tell me what's wrong, why you never said you felt that way.
Now we'll clean up all of the burnt flux with some isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber cloth here. For the pins, I'm going to use a 183 solder paste. A little bit there, and then I'm going to come in with a 217 on the legs. I'm also going to tin up those 2 pads that are going to receive the new cap that I put on there here in a little bit. A good amount of solder on each one of those pads. Clean off all of the burnt flux and any excess solder. Get out our new HDMI. I like to inspect the pins, make sure they're all good. Looks good. Take some flux and I'm going to coat the board there, and we're going to come below again with some nice hot heat.
You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same.
2, 3, 4, 7, 12. About 12 seconds, and I know that things are hot enough to solder, so we're going to lay that in place. Give it a little bit of downward pressure and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. Pull it away. And we're double check under a microscope that those are all sound. So now all we need is our HDMI ceramic capacitors. Just gotta line it up with its location and solder it in place. Now we'll flip it over and tack all the legs. Now I'll come in with a 217 and just put a little bit there and there. Take our iron, heat them up. Add a little bit more. This last part kind of really ties them all together. I'm gonna add some flux, come with hot air.
I'm going through hell, a face like I'm fine, but I know you can't tell, like nothing else.
Alright, now that we've got the HDMI replaced, we've got that cap back, we've got the legs nice intact through and through. Go ahead and reinstall this guy and test it out. Don't want to forget the 2 screws with the gold arrows here just to hold down the logic board. We'll put down this guy, get some pressure back on that. Push back in the large connector here. Put back our heatsink. And for the fun part, the longer marathon of putting all of these screws back. Now obviously at this point you could test it by plugging the fan back in, but I'm confident in the repair, so we're just gonna close it up before testing it. Alright, now let's reconnect the coax cables. We'll put back the plastic frame. We'll put back the fan, the sticker, push down the disk drive, and finally let's go ahead and install back the panels here, and just click in like that. And now you can see we actually have an HDMI. Let's go ahead and test this guy out, make sure we have an image. All right, let's connect up power cable. We'll go ahead and turn it on. And there we go. Repairing console, and boom. All right, all good to go.
So there you go, a simple way to replace the HDMI on a PS5 Slim. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like this in the future, or if there's something in particular you'd like to see, leave it in the comments below. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.